people, welcome to 3 Years AMA. We are really happy to have you here. Anita Mlakar is my name, and I'm the host of this AMA. I hope you are doing well. We are, and we have a special AMA coming up. This is a real opportunity for your questions because the CEO of 3 Years, Sandi Bitenc, will be with us today answering your questions. So do use the opportunity and write them down in the comment section. I would like, of course, to invite you to be a part of our communities on Twitter, on Discord, or on Telegram. Please join us. There is also an opportunity for your questions and for writing down or asking anything you want. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel right here. And every time we go live, you will get notifications. I do that every time, and I will do it also this time. I'm doing a short introduction of the project, the short introduction of what 3Air is doing. And if you're not familiar with it yet, then this is the time to listen. So we are the world's first blockchain platform that enables individuals and businesses to thrive on Web3 by providing broadband internet connectivity to provide real services to the people. And we will be here for the years to come. 3 billion people cannot access blockchain services because they are not connected to the internet. And our project is focused on a wide range of digital services and internet to our prospective users in Africa. We are trying to connect the unconnected and bank the unbanked. We are connecting people of Africa to internet. We have two technologies, K3 last mile solution and 3Air internet. And people will get digital identity from us. We will also create their digital bank account. We are giving them a wallet. The next step is providing financial services. We also have outside partners that will provide additional digital revenue streams. And in the meantime, we are educating people. We are sure that this is the real empowerment. So once we put people through all these steps, they are connected, they are banked, and they are empowered. And this is what we are doing. And we are really happy that you are with us. I would like to welcome and say hello to our CEO, Sandi Bitenc. Hello, Sandi.
Hello, 3R fam. Hello, Anita. How are you?
I am great. Thank you very much. And I can see that you have changed your surroundings again. So, Sandi, where are you?
So this is actually my first time right now having an AMA out of a motorhome. So we are right now in Italy, and we are going towards Monaco. So I decided to, kind of combine things and spend some time with my family, and just, go towards my next endpoint, where I'll be a speaker at the Monaco Meta Week, and there's also a happening on Sunday in Monaco. So it's still there. It's just, the problem is, I said I'll spend time, and today I was like literally 90% of the time that we were driving, I was just on calls. So and I still after this. So let's say I'll, if I'm lucky, I'll be finished at 9:30 p.m. So then I probably have 15 minutes to talk to them, and then I'll fall over. It's
Lucky
fun traveling
family to
with
have
me,
you.
right? Exactly.
Oh my God, Sandi. So we had you on a plane, I think, and you were somewhere in the desert. You were on a trunk or something. Where were you at that time? On the Jeep. Now you are at your mobile home, and I don't know, where else have you been?
I don't know. No, I think that'll be it, kind of. But in many hotel rooms also.
Yeah.
It's like I'm living
You were
out
on
of
a
my
boat.
suitcase now for 4 months, I think. Also on a
I
boat.
know. Yeah, in Dubai, you were on a boat. So yeah, we just need a train, and I think then that we are pretty much done. Unbelievable. Sandi, this is a very
Yeah,
special AMA,
I
special
was
for us. You
actually,
are, just go on.
I don't know if, but I know that I had a few calls on the train when I was traveling from Amsterdam to London. Yeah, I don't think it was an AMA back then.
However, you are here now, and wherever you are, you always take time to be with our people here on AMA. And we are doing now for almost a year around. It's a really nice feeling, and we are really happy that people are joining us all the time. Of course, asking questions and being interesting in the project that we're doing. They're also asking a lot of questions in our communities. And this is a special opportunity to do this live, just to write them down, and you are here to answer them. And sometimes, of course, other members of the team, but you are here today. So this is, everybody, really your opportunity to use the chance and ask the questions, write them down. In the meantime, Sandi, you will let us know what is happening right now at the 3 year about development and everything in this last week since we have seen each other.
Yeah, so the major thing that I was able to actually do this week is that I got to sit together in a room with our developers, and also the K3 part, and so we were able to really make um how talk about you know strategic things, just sort things out that have been, it's not so easy to really get everything done over internet, although it allows you to do a lot of stuff remote. It's still, sometimes it's good to sit down, work with, and have this eye to eye kind of conversation. So we were actually coming up with some pretty cool ideas. There are still ideas, right? But one of the big is actually how to get 3 year towards global coverage far faster than we ever imagined. So like getting this really upfront. There is a lot of development right now on ground, ongoing in DRC. So DRC is kind of running, and the team is running, and we, in addition, are thinking about onboard few people, a few bigger names from the crypto space, and really going global. And we were also talking a lot about what the regulation and how this could impact us, and if we need to change anything, and so on. So there were a lot of strategic things that we were talking about, and as I said, a lot of good ideas. And we kind of need to formalize them a bit, and once they are formalized, then we'll also be able to share them with you a bit more. But I'm super happy of how those meetings went. About the development team is more or less right now polishing the app that's there already. There were some design inconsistencies that we were working on. There was a few bugs that we needed to fix, and we managed to fix those. I think we don't have any known bugs right now, so we're really on that side to fix this as soon as possible. We did a bit of a flow change and added some data for the staking part, because at the beginning I wasn't really satisfied with it. So there are still a few things that we want to change a bit, just design and flow wise, and we are constantly working on this to get the app and the website to be as easy to use as possible. And that's an ongoing process. You can never make it easy enough, let's say it like this. And also, then the big part of the development is ongoing with the NFTs and school connectivities. There was a lot of on-ground work being done in Sierra Leone, because we actually went around the schools that we have under our coverage. We were kind of looking at if they have internet, if they don't have it, how it looks like, how we could connect them, how much would it cost, how long would it take. And we actually also went a bit out of the city, so also maybe just on the brinks where we have our connectivity right now, looking at some rural areas, and thinking about how we could connect those schools there. So we set one team out to really check out and look at how those schools could be connected, because the last time we connected the school, it was a pleasure for everyone, to be honest. So I was really, really happy about that. And the students in the school they were the most happy, so the happiest. And yeah, we just decided we want to do more of this. And yeah, we'll also be coming out with NFTs that will help us to connect them. And it will allow the 3R community to actually be part of it. So this is the major thing that we are working right now. We are also finalizing the digital identity solution and looking into how to directly implement it into our apps. And we also had already a few demos, because there are a few other projects that are interested in the solution that we built. So we are still up to do a few demos in the next few weeks. So yeah, it's actually a lot, right? It's more than I thought that we've done. So it's only a week. It's really cool. And on the other side, we also did, if we look a bit at our token. So I'm really happy how the token performance is going. And yeah, we actually, right. So I don't know, how was it when we last talked. I don't know how it was last one Wednesday, but I think it did start going up a bit. And right now we are sitting at around 10 cents. I think it's really, really good for the market, for the current market. I think it's amazingly good. So I know that everyone wants more and more and more, and we also want more. But I do need to say that we're probably one of the few projects right now that didn't like completely tank. And there's still, there's volume behind it, and so on. So I'm happy about that also.
Amazing work, amazing work. Really, really happy to hear all that. And I'm sure that also our participants are. And we have first questions coming up, Sandi. So let's answer some of them. Let's see this one. Madhu Buike, Daniel. Some of us don't understand how your site works and what benefits your services are rendering. Is it possible we get a live video explanation guiding newbies on how to use your site and services?
So I do think that right now we don't need a video explanation for what is how to use the website. I don't think it's so complex, but if it is, then we'll for sure do the videos. I think where the misconception is right now, that everyone can use all the services that are there. So we are right now in expansion mode. So right now you can use our services only if you're in Sierra Leone. And I also mentioned that we're trying to go global, right? And once we go global, then I think it's going to be the time to actually use the site and to use the services, because then you will have more options how you can actually participate. But right now we're in Sierra Leone. We have to build out physical infrastructure on ground to be able to connect people, right? That's our main objective, our main mission that we want to achieve. So build out the infrastructure, where it is right now not present at all, where people don't have internet because there's no cables to their home and so on. So we can do it a bit better. We can do it over air. We can do it faster. We can do it cheaper. So this is our mission. And that's, I think, where a business, the misconception is, you cannot go on the website right now and get our services, if you're not from Sierra Leone. And also, if you're from Sierra Leone, you actually need to find us right now, currently still at our offices that we have in Freetown. So this is how it works. And what you can do right now on the website, so you go to app.freer.io, And what you can do there is, if you bought some tokens in the pre-sale, you can claim them there if they're vested to you already. You can buy an NFT, and those NFTs right now, for maybe a couple more weeks, are only supporting the African artists. And um, and then what you can do is you can stake the tokens, and that should be pretty straightforward. So you go to the staking tab. If you need to hold 3 year in your wallet, so you just put in how many of those 3 years you want to stake, and then you click stake, and it should work. So I don't think that that's really a video needed for that, but if it is, we'll make it happen somehow. And then the last thing that you do right now is actually swap and buy 3 year with your BUSD. I think we have BUSD, so yeah, you can swap from BUSD to 3 year, I think. So these are right now the things that you can do on our website. And there's also, there's some data about the token, and yeah, those stuff.
Hallo nach Deutschland.
Hallo nach Deutschland.
Ja,
Wir sind
auch
da in der
Leute,
Nähe.
auch Leute aus Deutschland. Another question, Sandi, from Richard. Richard is here almost every time. I'm really happy
No,
to have
he is here every time, not
every time.
almost.
Yeah.
I
Thank you,
think
Richard.
he'll have the record together with us. Yeah,
You think so?
I
Richard,
think
thank
so.
you. Thank you. So will there be another update soon from on the ground Sierra Leone, DRC, and other countries?
Yeah, DRC, expect a big update in. I don't want to say it, and then mistake a bit, but a big update. I would say 3 weeks max, or something like that. I would, yeah. Let's see. It's not really 100% only up to us, so but expect a big update from there pretty soon. Yes.
Okay, another question, Joga. When will the migration to SKALE happen?
So SKALE, we have everything ready to actually go to and deploy our platform on SKALE. The thing right now is they have a small bug in the code. It's nothing major. It's just how we have set up our platform. We need to get some data, and that data, if we SKALE is also EVM compatible, and EVM compatible, it gets data in a certain form, and they return it in a bit of a different form. So right now, if we would want to integrate with SKALE, we would need to rewrite a lot of stuff there. And it's actually on the SKALE side that they need to fix this, and they're fixing it, and I think it's going to be this month, as I said. So they said that with the next update they'll have this, because it's really something minor, right? It's just in the form of the data that they're returning. So once they do the next update, it should be fine, and then we can literally deploy the same day if needed. So it will probably take 2 days to test again a bit, and then we'll deploy.
Okay. I saw right now that people are talking about how many participants we have today, and I looked up and I saw 118, and it was 18 and 18 minutes. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. That was something, oh my God, what is happening? And really, really. So this is a very important thing that we're doing a lot on marketing. And of course, a lot in our communities. They are growing, and actually people are getting more and more interested in our project. Some, of course, are more active, some less, but this is just amazing what we're doing today. So yeah, thank you I didn't pay attention. So that's great.
Yeah. So I was told actually by one of our advisors. He said, like, look, people will start coming into the AMAs once the token is out. So then you'll have the token holders. They'll be interested of what's going on, and yeah, guesses. It could be that.
Wow, it's really great to have so many people here today. Am I looking good? Just joking. So, Sandi, we had a question also on Twitter. Please enable staking on MEXC. So you should maybe comment that.
Yeah, it's hard to comment. I posted the question to MEXC, and I'm just waiting for their answer. But let's see. how much it actually costs, if it makes sense. But we do have staking enabled on our platform, so you can buy it on MEXC and then just go and go to our platform and just stake it there. So there is staking enabled, but we are coming up with some additional liquidity incentives, and yeah, we'll provide some additional liquidity to the dexes, and or two dex when we have one dex. So yeah, this is kind of what's going on, but we'll check how the staking at MEXC works, and then we'll decide, if it makes sense to do it, then we'll do it. But else you'll just need to use our staking on our platform. And please do remember that if you are a liquidity provider, so if you go to PancakeSwap, to our liquidity pool, and add the liquidity there, you can take your LP tokens and stake them also in the same staking pool, and you'll get the same rewards also. So you'll get the rewards from PancakeSwap, from the transaction fees, and you're also then getting the staking pool rewards.
Okay. I see that some of you are writing where are you from, so maybe also others should write where are you coming from. We see that we have from Germany and then from Nigeria. Medubuike said he's from Nigeria. Maybe Medubuike, you should write down how is your connection right now there. And I see a name, Odin Larsen, I think like Scandinavian countries or something. So yeah, it's really, really interesting to have you from all around the world. Do write down where are you from. Sandi is in Italy right now. I'm in Slovenia. So yeah, Richard is having another comment or a question. Let's see. In my opinion, one DEX is sufficient as long as we are in bear market to avoid high costs. Any ideas on that?
So I do think that right now we have one centralized exchange and one decentralized exchange, and we have the biggest decentralized exchange on Binance Smart Chain. So that's PancakeSwap. We are thinking about setting up, additional pools maybe. So what those pools could do is they could provide some arbitrage opportunities, and they could then raise the volumes a bit up and so on. But I think for the end user, it should not kind of make any difference if we have more dexes. Also, there are not really a lot of good dexes on Binance Smart Chain. So there's one other. I forgot the name, but I know that it has like half the fees from PancakeSwap. So we're thinking maybe providing some liquidity there, and then once we do bridge the token to other chains, then of course we need to immediately also provide some liquidity there. And I'm more or less I'm focused on providing more liquidity to the current dex than to go to other dexes. I think that makes far more sense. And I know that the liquidity right now is low, and it's low a bit on purpose, let's say. So there were some tokens that we needed to kind of give out for free for marketing purposes, and for listing purposes and so on. And having a high liquidity at that moment in time, it just you're buying back the tokens that you gave out for free yourself at a really, really high price. And it is kind of a strategy. And right now we are also thinking about how to actually provide more liquidity to the DEX that we have at this moment in time. But you're totally right. We were thinking, so we could have listed on many centralized exchanges, but it would dilute our liquidity. And listing on exchanges is more or less like a marketing thing, like gaining community and so on. But right now it's the bear market. This is really, really a tough one, a really tough bear market, and whatever we did for marketing purposes and so on, it doesn't really stick, right? If we I know how this looks like in a bull market, and if we would be doing the marketing that we did in the bull market, it would have like probably a thousand times better effect than right now. Yeah, we said like let's keep it a bit more quiet right now still, and then Just maybe bigger announcements be marketed, but else we'll just keep it close in our community. And then once the markets start turning, and maybe we can talk on the end a bit about the markets, because there is some development. Once this start turning, then we can do a bit more marketing and a bit more hype, and just growing the community.
Okay, now Sandy, I'm looking what our community is writing, where they are from. And we have people from Norway. So yes, Odin Larsen is saying, I'm from Norway. Then we have from Pakistan, Nera from Pakistan, then William from Slovakia, and so on and so on. It's really amazing how we are from all over the world. So thank you for letting us know.
Yeah, and
Uh,
that's internet, right? No internet, no nothing like this. You cannot build a global community and a global project. It's really, really hard. So this is why it's also really important to give people that don't have this opportunity, really the internet, that they can join, such projects, and support them, and also gain out of it something, right? It's just so many opportunities out there.
I invited Madubuike to tell us how his connection is in Nigeria. And he is saying, writing, connection from Nigeria is not stable, I must say. And our internet service providers are basically ripping us off. We purchase 5 GB internet and it lasts up us 3 days maximum. So
Yeah. Yeah. I heard so many stories about that, and it's true. And you know what? Our data plans are all uncapped, so you can use as much data as you want. So it's not that every 3 days you need to buy something more or anything like that. Like, you can literally use as much data as you want.
he's continuing, he's saying, so if your services is going to give us more money worth, then I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah. I do think we will, right? So it's hard to say, yeah, we're the best, we're the cheapest, and so on. But I do think we are the best, and we can provide the best services. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in that.
Okay, Sandy, about market update, will you share something with us?
About the market, so just yesterday there was starting to be some ideas about, yeah, the Fed might be pivoting. So the what it means is actually just from raising the interest rates, they might be a bit slower on it. So and we saw the markets rally yesterday, right? So I think we had like a 6% jump in Bitcoin, and so on. So and that was actually all across the markets. Whatever you saw was in the green yesterday. It was gold, it was silver, it was all the stocks except for one stock, I think. It was the whole crypto space, like literally everything was in the green, and it was just because there came out, kind of the idea. There were some comments from the US that they need to start thinking about, the impact of the US dollar on global economies. And what probably this actually means is, and there was also UN tweeting about that, and actually asking the US central bank to not raise the interest rates anymore. And what's happening is that, all the third world countries, but not only third world countries, but all the countries are having, their debt denominated in US dollars. So once the US dollar grows stronger, they actually kind of perceive this as having more debt, right? Because they need to spend more of their own currency to actually buy dollars to repay it. And then additionally, they have higher interest rates on the US dollars. So they need to pay more and more and more. So it's not like only raising it for the percentage of the interest rate. It's also raising it for the difference that their currencies are devaluing against the dollar. And we saw the currencies just this year devaluing like crazy. So we saw, okay, we don't need to kind of talk about the Turkish lira that's down, I think 60% or something like that, or Argentina. But if we look at Japanese yen, it's down almost 30%, or a bit over 20 for sure. It's the euro. It's down over 10%. I think the we saw the British pound. I think this week dropped by in one day by 6% or something like that. So it's really, really, really a tough situation out right now. And what this actually means is that the third world countries are defaulting on their debt, so they're actually basically going bankrupt, because the U.S. is raising the interest rates, and they're so far ahead of everyone else that all the other currencies are actually devaluing against the dollar. But I think when I last saw the data, who is up against the dollar? It's the ruble, and it's like,
Mhm.
that's crazy. So it's exactly the opposite what it should be. So yeah. This was, I think, the major thing why there was the notion that the Fed will not be raising the interest rates so high anymore. When we looked before, the majority of the markets were kind of calculating and assessing that the in November, beginning of November, the next rate hike comes. It's going to be between 75 and 100 basis points, and now it came down by 25 basis points. So yeah, this is kind of what's driving the markets right now. And I do think, and I'm telling this already for quite a long time, that cannot go well for long. And we had the developments. So we heard Credit Suisse is kind of, there's the rumor out that they're going bankrupt. Then you have Deutsche Bank that has some problems apparently. Then we saw this week that the Australian central bank went illiquid. They needed to start printing the money, and of course there was the big mistake from the UK, where they were raising the interest rates. So they were kind of having the restrictive monetary policy, and then they were giving some tax cuts and driving the fiscal policy just the opposite way. And just the market responded in dumping the British pound and selling off the bonds, and the bonds fell so quickly that the pension funds got margin calls. So and it was at one moment in time, it was that I think almost 80% of the pension funds went almost bankrupt at that moment in time. So I think there were also BlackRock is one of the ones that is running the pension funds there. I think they had they did a bit of intervention and so on, and then just the central bank just they turned the money printer back on and then started printing money. And then afterwards, now they also said, okay, we will not be cutting taxes and so on. So yeah, it's a total mess in the global economy right now.
Yeah, I know. Let's buy some printers, right? I'm joking. Uh, Sandi, I'm it's really unpredictable times, but I'm really enjoying this market updates from you. So I think we should have a jingle made, like Sandis market update, and it should be something that we should be selling like 3 years. It's great. It's great listening to you, and you really have this, wide perspective of what is going on. So thank you for giving it to us every week.
Absolutely, I love it. I love to actually. So I'm a macroeconomist by profession. So and I really like that people are actually listening to it, because when I was studying this, nobody was really, it was like, yeah, that's the most boring thing that you can do, right? But it's not. And it has so much in common with token economies and so on. So there's really a lot of things that are working similar in the token economy itself. And also on the macro level, and how the monetary system actually works. It's pretty similar.
Mhm. You know what? Eventually, people start listening to you.
Mm.
So it's, sooner or later, and I'm really happy that we are listening to you.
Oh, I
Nerai.
also I saw one thing that was kind of surprising me a bit. The when I looked at what's the most searched term right now, Just a few months ago, it was COVID. COVID fell down by really tremendously. Almost nobody is looking for COVID anymore
Great.
in the Google search. And inflation is top, number one. And also then monetary policy and such things are actually popping up. It's really funny.
It's really changing, yeah.
Yeah.
Nirai, I hope I did pronounce it right, is saying here in Pakistan, crypto is not fully legal, but looking at Dubai and the opportunities, I am crypto fan now. Thanks to 3Air for always educating us.
Yeah. So I would say that, there's I don't know actually about any country that where I could say like crypto is fully legal, because to be fully legal it kind of needs to be regulated. But I don't think that any country really regulates it fully. Maybe there's something, Switzerland comes close, and Singapore comes close, and Dubai is doing a good job, but it's also it's still not there. So there's still a lot of things that Dubai needs to do, but they're kind of, they said they want to be the major player globally in the crypto space, and they are slowly going there. There's so many obstacles. They're not just, now a country will decide and we are going to go crypto, and we're really going to support it. No, there is a problem, because there's also other countries and agencies that they don't like this really much. And we saw this with El Salvador, where, yeah, we could say, okay, El Salvador crypto is kind of legal. It's actually a legal tender there, Bitcoin, right? But then they immediately got the problems with the FedF and so on. So yeah, it's a fight for them, and I'm really happy that somebody is doing the fight, because once this goes well, others will follow for sure. But now I think everyone's just watching now, and when I speak to people about it, they're saying to me, yeah, but what is El Salvador, right? It's nothing. No, it's not nothing. It's the first country, although it's really small, but if it goes well there, countries will follow, and they'll follow quickly once they see that this is working.
Okay. Odin Larsen from Norway is asking, do you know the exact number of holders of 3Air?
I don't know the exact number, but I can tell you there is over 700 holders that are still having their tokens vested, and I think there were around 250 wallets kind of holding it, and then the majority of holders are actually on MEXC. And for that you cannot know, because you just see one wallet that holds all the tokens, because it's not on chain, right? It's off chain. It's a centralized exchange, so you cannot know how many holders are in MEXC, but I would guess that there are far more than 200 in MEXC.
Okay, yes, this market analysis from Sandi is great. Has a way of making you listen to him speak, enjoying this session. Such a
Thank
nice comment.
you.
It's true. It's true. So thank you. And also, Richard is making a point here. He's saying the best marketing in the bear market right now is building on the 3Air's functionality ground and showing what you are building.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
And we should do a bit better job in Sierra Leone, and we are kind of working on this, and getting somebody who is really proficient, that can actually go around and film stuff, and really publish it regularly. But it's not easy to do that. I'm really trying to do that.
Okay. We also have a comment from Nirai. I don't know about other tokens, but about 3Air, I can confidently recommend to my friends because this is only token, in my knowledge, which provides utility in real means.
Yeah, I would agree. There are not a lot of tokens that have like impact on the world outside of crypto space, right? So that are real fi. There's not a lot of, but there are a few maybe. Uh, you have something like, I think, Steppen or something like that. You can just exchange it for some shoes and so on. But also the economy there is quite tough. Um, And yeah, you're right. So I also know that there's also from Slovenia, I know a project that's doing something with solar panels and renewable energy, and they're putting solar um, solar panels that have built already on NFTs, and you can just buy an NFT, and that actually gets you the ownership of that, and then you also get the energy from that. So or the revenue. So this I know it's working, and I think it's quite a cool project. So there are a few. I would say I wouldn't say we are the only ones, but we are one of the few ones.
Okay, Sandy, do we have any information from you about NFTs and the NFT 3 years market?
Yeah, as I already told, we are working on that, and the first NFTs, the connectivity NFTs that are coming out are going to be the ones for getting connectivity to the schools, because that'll actually be a testing ground for us where we can control all the stuff, and this is going to then lead into having the general public that has connectivity from our side, and the coverage that can then, yeah, actually use those NFTs. But it is still a quite a way to go. But the school NFTs, I do think they'll be coming up shortly. So yeah, as I said, a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Hopefully, let's see how all the development goes. I do think that we managed to solve all the things that were, in technically are have been an obstacle, let's say. And yeah, we're right now implementing, and if everything goes to plan, it should be in at least latest 3 weeks, hopefully.
Okay. Sandy, you're in Italy now and you have some conferences coming up, some events coming up. What will be happening in the week to come?
So on Saturday, no, actually on Sunday, sorry, on Sunday there is a Forbes dinner where I'm invited to. It's like a private dinner, and then in the evening there is a pre-party kind of to the event that's on Monday, and we'll actually be sponsoring that one. So we'll be a sponsor of the pre-party. So we'll make people feel nice and comfortable and enjoy, and then we can easily speak to them. So there should be a lot of the Forbes 100 billionaires there. So let's see. My goal is to pitch and have at least one successful, interest from one guy. That's my goal. If we get one guy in that's gonna support us, it can really really open the doors to many additional countries in Africa. So yeah, that's my idea of how this should go. And then the actual event is then on Monday evening, and yeah, I'll have a short speech there, because everything is going to be really really short. So let's see. We'll try to film that and get get you the video, but it should be kind of a really high level event as I understand it. So I needed to go and buy a tuxedo, and
Do
yeah,
you
that's
have
what
one?
I bought it today. I don't have anything here. I have something in Dubai, but I actually needed to go and buy one today just on the road. And I right now I still need to find a somebody who can just cut the sleeves a bit shorter. So I still have some things to do, right? And it's not so easy to actually get a tuxedo. I didn't get them, get one in Slovenia, so I bought one in on the way here in Italy. Yeah, so, and I think it's gonna be, it's a like totally black tie event with the red carpet and so on, and I think it will be cool.
Okay. Do you have some women on board? So maybe they can help you with it, This
Yeah,
should.
yeah, yeah. Petra is coming with me, so she'll be filming a bit and so on. And then right afterwards, then Petra is actually flying back to Dubai, and I'm going to Liechtenstein. I should be meeting, hopefully, if everything goes well, I should be meeting the Prince Albert, of Liechtenstein there, and.
Wow.
And then I'm flying back to Dubai. I'll be staying in Dubai for around a week or 10 days, something like that. Then we're flying to Malta, and in Malta will be the major sponsor of AIBC event. So this is going to be a big one. So mid of November. Then we're flying back, and afterwards we're flying to Miami, to the decentral Miami. And then just 2 days ago, I actually got invited to two other conferences to be as a speaker there, and one is in Saudi. I don't think I'll be able to actually make it, that one, but the other one is in Egypt. So then from Miami, we'll probably be just flying for 2 days to Dubai, and then we are flying to Egypt to that event.
Okay. I do hope you have it in schedule, because if I would ask you to repeat right now where you should be, I'm sure you wouldn't. It's amazing. It's amazing. Great, Sandy. Well, we did answer all the questions, the questions that were coming in today. So we could now slowly stop and do the end of this AMA, unless you have something else to add.
No, I think we spoke a lot. It actually is. I thought, yeah, okay, today we're alone. It's gonna be like half an hour, and then it's good, right? We're speaking about 3 hours every week. It really. I'm amazed every time that we actually are have so much to say.
But we do.
Yeah.
So many things are happening. So there are always new subjects and new informations, and I'm really happy that we do have. Otherwise, I'll be singing all the time, and I'm sure you don't want that. I'm joking.
Oh, we won't. Next time I'll be like totally quiet. I think my mic will be broken or something like that.
Yeah, right.
Then you need to entertain the crowd.
Nira is writing it is 49th AMA. Really?
Okay.
I
I
don't
didn't know
know.
that.
Is someone counting? Wow. I just know that it will be almost a year. And then we will know how many weeks and how many AMAs we had when the year is around. So thank you very much, Sandi, for being with us. Thanks, all of you, for being with us, all 122 right now. It's amazing to have you here. And please don't forget to join us next week. We are here every time, every Wednesday, the same time, and really looking forward to your company. And of course, you can be a part of our communities on Discord, on Telegram, on Twitter, and please do subscribe to this YouTube channel in order to get, of course, notifications when we will be live again. Thank you very much. Sandi, have a good trip, good staying, good conferences, whatever you will be doing, and do spend some time with your family, please.
I will. No worries. When I have time, then the 15 minutes I'll spend with them. The 15 minutes after I have my calls.
Oh, this is so nice from you. Okay, Sandi, enjoy.
Bye bye.